trick knee.
She had a 5-year layoff from the BBC. She's different. Found Jesus.
And
she's gonna come back.
Yeah.
We're waiting.
Yeah.
Dude, do you think that was a fix?
No, I hate when people say that.
No.
I don't hate you, but
You talking about the Conor thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
No.
dumb. Such a bad take.
No.
I'm asking a question.
The question
It's
is
such
this.
a bad-
I have a
asking a
question.
question.
for
It's
you.
such a bad take
Let me
because
ask you this
if you know this, hold up, because and I talked about this on the Big Round Breakdown. I get why people want to go to conspiracies. They're fun. I like them more than anybody. And I'll entertain them. Not when it comes to UFC. I want to entertain it, especially with Conor. So you got to realize when Conor touched down, usually athletes have to get on Tuesday. I think Conor came in a day or two late, so he came in on Wednesday or Thursday. The minute you touch down, the Las Vegas Commission is with you.
Mhm.
Okay.
So if he was limping, they would be like, what the fuck? They're going to look into everything, and he has to go through a whole body scan. And also,
Is that true?
and
You have to go through a
and
body
also,
scan?
if there's an AC, yeah. And did you see the things on his neck? So if you followed me during training camp, you'd be like, oh my God, he's injured. If you follow any fighter during a camp, if they get rehab, you go to all sorts of places. You're going to assume they're hurt for the fight. They are, but it's not an ACL tear. Also, if he had an ACL tear, his knee would be out to here.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to walk. So when he tore it in the cage, originally he can kind of move around a little. You'll see he has a small limp. If you post a video of him walking today, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
He's on crutches.
So
My point is with that, it's like, I get it why like people that haven't been there or don't know are like, oh, this is fixed, I guess. But it's like also just the business side of things. So the UFC, they like Conor. They had a big, the biggest ticket sales of all time. That's all good. It's still not $1.1 billion. So if Dana knew this injury was happening,
Sure.
and you think you'd risk TKO, the shareholders, the entire business on Conor? No, that doesn't make sense. Now it's fun. They're like, oh, what about John Krause? You're talking about a guy that tried pulling one over on the.
I think people are saying that
on the
it was more of
prelim?
Conor knowing that.
No, I was going to ask you this.
He couldn't get by. Not with that leg. Not with that.
But
injury.
people, here's my question.
People get by with, like, I've gone to fights where I had cuts and I put makeup on it and masked it. But when you're talking about straight up like knee injuries, shoulder,
First of all, here's what I was thinking.
especially in Vegas.
You're always going. You're also going into a fight with some injury.
Some injury,
Right,
And
so-
him going into that place in Newport, it's like, oh, buddy, you follow any athlete, and you're like, he's injured this game. Like
He just has more eyes on him.
yeah, someone took a picture and like he's injured. It's like, no, he probably has something in his neck, or he got the suction. You can see the marks. He got the suction done
Big cup
there.
therapy.
Okay, but
Might have got an IV that day.
But wait, so is it possible that his knee was feeling? Because you can see he tore it. Like you can see when he jumped, you could see
Yeah,
it.
everyone saw it's torn. That's not the debate. No, it's torn. It's ACL.
I'm saying the idea was he might have known he was injured going into it.
No.
Like if his
No,
knee
you don't
was
do
a little
throw-
trick.
You don't do a jumping kick if your knee's injured. And if you watch the warm up before he got the knocked on, he does that exact same kick 6 times, no problems.
Yeah. Because he was going to open with that. That was the
Yeah,
plan.
he does it before he fight. Like the Jose Aldo fight, he did the exact sequence he was going to start with.
He seemed
This fight,
very.
he did the exact sequence he was going to start with.
He seemed
Nervous.
different.
Nervous.
Yes, very nervous.
5-year layoff.
5-year layoff.
Oh, but I thought UFC jitters aren't real.
Yeah.
Isn't that what some people say out there?
What they say?
UFC jitters aren't real.
I can't imagine the pressure.
5-year layoff.
I can't imagine the pressure.
And
He was-
it's not
he was
only a
nervous.
5-year layoff, but you're coming back and you're the creme de la. You're the guy.
a lot of
Sold out.
pressure.
The Mac
Yeah.
is back. Everybody's there. Everybody famous is there.
Now, I think his nervous came from because he knows the Mac's not back. Oh no, Mac left about 6 years ago. Yeah, maybe 7.
Yeah.
The Mac is not back.
Yeah.
But the Mac is here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try my best.
Mhm.
Mac's here, so I think his pressure came from he was trying to live up to the expectations of what we thought we were gonna get, and he's like, "Those days are done, dude." And unfortunately, I'm gonna let you guys down.
That's funny. I did say, I'm like, I'll believe it when he walks into the cage that he's going to fight again. I should have been a little more specific. When he lands a punch, then I'll believe he's back.
He was nervous, but also it was also interesting is at 170, what won him a lot of those fights at 55, at
Featherweight.
45 was like his reaction time, his
speed.
boom,
His speed.
that speed, slipping, punching. When you slip, that guy's already gone at 70, maybe. You're slower. You're 30. He just looked bloated. He looked
38.
He looked 38.
Yeah.
This isn't a mystery.
38.
He looked 38. He's going up a weight class.
His face looked
He's
a
gonna
little
be
bloated.
slower. His hair was a little thinner.
Little
Face a little chubbier.
A little chubbier. little chubbier.
38. Father Time doesn't give a fuck about your storybook ending.
Yeah, and here you go. 100% his knee was fine. 100%. You know, there was this thing where remember when he put his pants, he took his pants off and he, you know,
He
it's
tripped
like,
over his shoe.
yeah.
Then we're
yeah,
all injured. I've done that. Many fighters do that all the time.
Yeah, but people just.
But again, it's fun. I'm the conspiracies. They're so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the UFC, I don't entertain it. Like you're cheapening the sport. It's bullshit. But like you want to talk about Charlie Kirk? I'm in. You want to talk about lizard people? I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Flat Earth? Probably not. I put as much emphasis on Conor being injured before the fight as I do Flat Earth. It's fun.
Such a bummer.
But it's not
such a bummer. And I thought about this about when it comes to MMA like that. Yeah, I watched Ilia Topuria and I was like, just like this is a part of it. You're like, man, you are on top of the world. You're on top of the world. What a badass. Just all of it, you know, just looks great. And then 25 minutes later, you're like, I'd rather be anybody else.
Career's over.
I'd rather be anybody else. Right? And then you see Conor,
That's
fucking
sports.
top of the world. The Mac is back. He walks out there and you go, man, already I'm like, boy, he's nervous and I don't blame him.
Here's the thing, the caveat with that, not on top of the world. Not on top. His life was in turmoils outside of that. You're talking about
life wasn't
found guilty in a civil lawsuit, like his support in Dublin, like it was, he's dealing with a lot. So you got to take that into account. He's off 5 years. The other thing too is, and Dominic Cruz alluded to this, it's like, you know, people say, oh, why is Conor come back? He doesn't need, he has all the money. He came back, they said it, to get his life back. He did it to save his life.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately though,
absolutely.
It just doesn't work.
It's not a movie, Bubba. It ain't a movie, Bubba.
It's not a movie.
You know what it is? Fighting. And
well, you know what
MMA.
it is? It's professional sports at the highest level. They don't give a fuck about your narrative, your comeback, your family. It's dog eat dog at the highest level.
And you had a little tweak.
You're gonna get fucked.
What happened? Do you need just like that? Your body.
Now a lot. You know, I'm a Conor supporter. I get how some people celebrated his loss. I get all that. You know, he's done some horrible shit, man. He's done some
allegedly.
I mean, found guilty. You know, in a civil court. And if you follow some of the stuff, it's tough. It's tough to defend. I get all that. I do believe in karma, and some people are like, "This is karma, dude. This is karma." I mean, you know what? Maybe, dude. Maybe.
Let me ask you this: where's he go? Is this an ACL tear?
Yes.
So that's another year at least.
Year. And a year before a year, and then you're getting back to full.
So
go.
we're 40. We're 40 maybe the next time.
39. He'll come back at 39. But if it's a 2 year left, then you're talking about 40. But he'll come back about 39 and a half.
Do you know who he needs to fight? Michael Chandler.
Chandler's old as fuck, and is Chandler going to wait a year and a half?
Chandler will wait until he's 75 to fight Conor McGregor.
I don't think. How many people want to see it? With all due respect, too.
See, but here's the problem. We're going, Conor's a shell of himself. The UFC as a business, shareholders, like, he's still going to be the biggest. Even if Conor,
still going to be the biggest.
It's still the biggest. He's still by far the most massive star. But that's the problem. So if I'm Conor, I ask for my release from the UFC, and I think the UFC would be willing to do it because, like, buddy, he's 30 million every time he fights. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. He has one more. We give him Michael Chandler, he beats him up, and then bounces over to Netflix. No. That's not how we operate. You can fight one more. Here's Carlos Pratas. Here's Marlon. Here's
no,
my God.
They're not going to give him that.
Oh my God.
You think so?
If you know the UFC business, dude, nobody gets up. Everyone goes out that motherfucker crawling.
Everybody, yeah.
They're not going to be like, here's Michael Chandler after whatever fucking long of a layoff of Conor's out. Here's a gimme so you can capitalize on it and go over to Netflix. No. Here's fucking Machado Gary after he loses to Islam.
Oh my God.
Here's Morales. Here's,
Brendan Schaub got into a heated argument over Conor McGregor losing. I love how Schaub acts like the biggest expert after everything is said and done and he was proven wrong. He was the guy who was like, the Mac is back. Conor McGregor, he's going to be great. He's going to be amazing. All this horse shit. And then that happened. And I was like, yeah, I knew it all along. Yeah, 38. He's too what? He disagreed. Everyone brought up all these points. And he disagreed with all of them. And now he's acting like, I know what I'm talking about. So pathetic and sad and stupid. Just like his dumb reaction that it's a hard reaction when you got the air conditioner blasting behind you and you can't hear anything. I like how like even fake Landau was like, "Whoa, just asking a question, dude," and oh my god, he will not allow anyone to talk. He's just sitting there babbling. How does someone who has nothing to say talk so much? How does someone who can't talk and has nothing to say talk so much? Oh, he's just so redacted. And what happened to that stupid commercial he was supposed to be in? Another lie. What do you think's happening? Do you think he's just lying? Yeah, I gotta go to LA to shoot a commercial and just going out there, hooking up with some baddie, trying to get some addies. Where's this mythical commercial you were in? Was it a Super Ball commercial? He says Super Ball, which is weird. You know, it's such an odd thing with him. It truly is a level of redactedness because, like, I'm sure he doesn't say, like, I want a ball of cereal or something. Like, I'm sure he knows how to say the word bowl. So why does he say Super Ball? It just makes, like, the Ivry things, like when he puts the I in Ivry, like, that's an accenting. I don't know what kind of accent that is. I've never heard that accent before. But at least that's like a consistent thing you can understand. But like the Super Bowl thing, like he wouldn't say, I want a ball of cereal. So why is he saying Super Ball instead of Super Bowl? He's an enigma wrapped in a nicotine pouch that he stuffs in his chair. Oh my God, there's a sad setup going on here. But look at Callen. By the way, he's so jealous Callen went to those MMA awards. Although, I don't know, he's jealous of those flip-flops Callen is wearing. And why is the sneaker still on the desk? Can we at least change the sneaker? Like a fake Landau. How are you so small, but your hat is ridiculously too small for your dumb head? Ugh, this whole thing is a shit show. This whole podcast stinks. That's going to be over soon. Podcast 1 didn't re-sign him. Another lie you told. Yeah, 2 months ago, re-signed. Biggest deal ever. That's why I had to downgrade everything and quit the golden hour and complain about not doing this one anymore. And ended up live streaming and, but yeah, biggest deal ever. What a pathetic loser and liar. Now that with the Conor thing now, like, I don't know. Seems to me Conor was kind of like, yeah, I don't want to do this, but I'm not an MMA expert, but neither is Dummy. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.